all know that all the heavy lifting needs to be done up front. We all kind of hope to get to the end and keep our fingers crossed. So we're going to lay out this beautiful close. That is uncalled for if they're not with you. If they have not made the decision to buy, which is usually at the buying atmosphere, or even before that, when you're doing an incredible job of building the need, helping them understand how many indirect costs there are. So again, going back to sell the sizzle, not the steak. Okay. The steak is the benefits, guys. And I've made this mistake for a very long time. Oh, our benefits are phenomenal. They're going to pay you, $6,000 when you get diagnosed, and, up to $24,000 per surgery. Nobody's ever gone, oh my gosh, sign me up. That's just not how it works. Okay. So we've really got to do a really good job of pulling back the curtain and letting them see what it would look like if they were to go through cancer, okay, or have a heart attack or a stroke or an accident. And a lot of this has already been done before with their family experience or friends or neighbors or coworkers. So something that we've all heard before is facts tell, stories sell. So we open up the demonstration by saying 3 out of 4 families at some point are affected by cancer. All right. Cancer plays no favorites. 1 in 3 men. Okay. 1 in 3 women. Those are facts. All right. The stories are what sell. And those are going to be your testimonials that you read. All right. Later in the demonstration. So we can always throw out those numbers. Those help. But just always keep in mind, we have got to share testimonials and real experience. I was just talking to Becky next door, and she was telling me that her father went through prostate cancer 2 years ago, and in the process got really behind on his lawnmower shop and eventually had to sell it. All right. So guys, we hear stories every single day. Write those stories down, or just remember those. If you work tight enough, you will remember those stories. So again, do the heavy lifting up front. And again, the introduction is vital. The introduction is when you're asking, hey, are you from here? How long you worked here? Are a lot of your relatives still local? What do they do? Who's the closest person to you that's been affected by cancer? Who's the closest person to you to be affected by a heart attack or a stroke? You gather all that stuff because we're going to use that throughout the benefits part, okay, to help them understand how the benefits work. Can you see how that type of money, can you see how $15,000 or $50,000 would help if you yourself were to go through cancer, or your spouse, or God forbid, your children? So we're painting a picture for them. Okay. So not to get off topic, but too much. Last night we're rewatching The Office. I don't know how many of you watched that show, but Michael Scott, he's the manager of a paper company, and he's just awkwardly funny and super unprofessional. But last night episode was a supplemental insurance guy came into their business trying to sell them supplemental. And he was super high pressure and just annoying. And it was just funny because my wife was laughing. She's like, that's not what you do, is it? I'm like, no, we are not high pressure. We're not unprofessional. What we do is we go out and we meet friends, cool people, open-minded people, and create really cool conversations and just tell jokes and try to leave them better than we found them. But at the meantime, help them solve a problem they probably don't know they have. Okay. And those are all done by asking questions. So guys, I'm going to pull up something real quick. And this is just leaving basically what we call the buying atmosphere: simple, affordable, easy decision. It's easy to, oh yeah, I'll give you a yes today. Awesome. Thank you. And just leave it at that. 2 need finding questions. All right. The 2 need finding questions are, given the numbers. All right. And write this down if you can. Given the numbers, 1 in 3 men, 1 in 3 women. Miss Jones, do you think there's the slightest chance that you or someone in your family could deal with cancer at some point in the future? She's going to go, well, yeah. Okay. If it did, might it cause a little extra stress and strain financially at home? Well, yeah. Okay. It sounds like you have a need. Okay. Those folks that I just showed you, those list of all my clients, at one point, they were in the same boat that you're in. No real backup plan. But they don't have to worry about that, Adam. So again, yay if you like it, makes sense. Just tell me no if you don't. Is that cool? So guys, it sounds like we're beating it into the ground, but we're not. We are letting them know there's 2 times in life people consider cancer or a heart attack or a stroke. One is when I'm about 4 feet from you. The next time is when something happens. So guys, we've got to create that urgency, because if we go around just getting a whole bunch of maybes and getting, oh, come back and check on me later, you're going to beat your head against the steering wheel. So I'm just trying to help you out. Let them know, decide today if you like it or not. It's not being high pressure. We've done a great job of building the need. While I'm here, pick it up while you can. Don't try to pick it up later, because it could be too late. You don't say that, but you know what I'm saying. So benefits. Okay, when we cross back over, all right, first occurrence benefit, and what Rob McLean does a really good job of is during the introduction, he's asking all these questions. Who do you know? Who do you know? And while he's doing that, he's writing down Uncle George. Okay, he had bladder cancer back in early 2000. He had, 13 treatments. He had 2 surgeries. He traveled to the Cancer Institute, which was 3 hours from his house. So he's writing all that down, because he's going to use that when he's showing the benefits. Okay. So the first occurrence benefit, Miss Jones, I call it the bad news benefit. Okay. It's a one-time payment. If you're diagnosed with internal cancer, that's $6,000. Okay. Skin cancer, $1,200. Miss Jones, what would you use that for? So when you say, what would you use it for? Now she's thinking, man, what would I use that for? Well, obviously the bills or whatever she wants to do. But if you don't ask her, what would you use it for? Then she really doesn't. It's just a number, 6,000, 1,200. Ms. Jones, what would you use that for? All right. Now, the following benefits, like inpatient benefits, every single day you're in the hospital, we pay you $800. Okay. Notice the no lifetime limits. What that means is if you're in there for 10 days, well, that's $8,000. Okay. If you're in there 100 days, that's $80,000. Here's your ambulance. This policy has no cap on the total amount of benefits you receive or the number of claims you can have. Ms. Jones, why would that be important when dealing with cancer? If she's hung up, she's I don't know. Ms. Jones, how long does cancer last? Man, it could be months, could be years. Yes, ma'am. If you were to beat cancer, could it come back? Well, of course it could. Yeah. That's why no lifetime limits are so vital. We will not cut you off. Okay. Inpatient or outpatient benefits like surgery and anesthesia. All right. We pay up to $24,000 per surgery. Right. Now you said Uncle George had 2. Well, can you see how that money kind of helped out or would have helped out? Because guys, now they're doing the math. They're with you. They're doing the math with you. They kind of see how day by day these numbers start to add up. All right. Here's another mistake not to make. Don't read every single benefit in detail. You will put them to sleep. Okay. So a lot of the guys out west of Minnesota, what they train is read the top benefit and then just touch on the rest. So the way that looks is, surgery and anesthesia, we pay for $24,000. Again, no lifetime limits. We have unlimited second opinions, reconstructive breast surgery, bone marrow transplant. We even have a donor benefit that pays you $6,000 if you were to help out a family member or friend. Okay. So your medical insurance may cover many of these bills. This money comes directly to you to use any way you need. So guys, we're reiterating why that's so important. Okay. Your medical insurance may cover many of these bills. This money comes directly to you to use any way you need. You're in control of it. There you get to decide what they're going to use that money for, which is huge. All right. Again, inpatient, outpatient benefits, radiation chemotherapy. You said Mr. George had 13 treatments. Well, every single time he would receive $480. That's an unlimited amount of treatments. You know, we all know folks who've gone through chemo and radiation. You can look to your neighbor, your friend, a lot of your family members. Some have only had 5 and some have had 50. Everybody's different. Okay. So reiterate the no lifetime limits. All right. We also do radiation planning, self-administered chemo, and even special treatments. Okay. When going through cancer, you want options, right? Of course. That's why we have special treatments. Okay. So hopefully cancer never strikes your family. People don't own this to use it. They own it for the protection and hope they never need it. Does that make sense, Miss Jones? Oh, yeah, it does. So, guys, I'm trying not to put Miss Jones to sleep. I'm trying to keep Miss Jones engaged with me and paint the picture for her on how these benefits would have helped out Uncle George and helped out, her friend at the hair salon. Wellness benefit. Miss Jones, would you agree that if we catch cancer early, we're probably going to beat it nowadays? Yeah, we do. Okay, so do you ever have your checkups? Of course. So this is our wellness benefit. So pap smears, mammograms, breast ultrasounds. All right, we actually pay up to $240 per person on the policy every year to get these checkups done. Okay. And at the bottom, we have a hospice benefit. Now, the map of all the best cancer facilities. Miss Jones, why do you think a lot of folks don't go to the better facilities? Because they can't afford it. Right. Now, Miss Jones, I'm guessing if you were to have to travel, oh, Miss Jones, we need you over here for a surgery. We need you over here for treatments, all your appointments. You're going to want to go to the best facilities, right? Of course. So here's the cool thing. Whether it's Duke, Chapel Hill, the Cancer Institute, Mayo Clinic, MD Anderson, wherever it is, we're going to get you there on our dime. If you fly, we'll pay you up to $2,500 per flight. If you drive, we'll pay you 60 cents a mile. All right. No lifetime limits. Ms. Jones, quick question. If you did have to travel, who would you take with you? Oh, it'd probably be my husband. Or it'd probably be my daughter. Okay. Does your husband work? Yeah. Does your daughter work? Yeah. Safe to say that they're now missing out on income as well? Well, yeah. Okay. Here's the cool thing. We're also going to send them on our dime. So whatever we pay you, we pay them. That's nice, right? And then on top of that, they're going to need a place to stay. They can go next door to Best Western, and per night, our lodging benefit pays up to $200. That way their feet are up. That way they're resting easily. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. All right. So again, the families, they value these benefits because it helps them provide the piece of, quality of care that they want, opposed to what they can only afford. Wouldn't that be nice to have that option? Oh, that'd be tremendous. It would, wouldn't it? So guys, I just laid out all the benefits for the cancer policy. Now, I didn't go through them with a fine-tooth comb, but I hit the major ones. And I just basically read off the other benefits. But the whole idea is they get to use the benefits however they want to. If they don't want to use the chemo and radiation benefit, don't use it. If they want to use the radiation planning benefit, use it. They're in control of how this policy works. All right, they're in the driver's seat. So these are just the benefits. The majority of them offer no lifetime limits. Okay. The limitation and exclusions, guys, people always get hung up on this. Where's the fine print? Where's the fine print? Because I always think insurance is trying to pull something over their head. Well, no. Miss Jones, the fine print is not very fine. It's about 16 font. Okay. And what it says is what I just showed you covers cancer only. All right. Pre-existing conditions, what we mean is we ask that you've not been diagnosed or treated for cancer within the last 10 years. And then 30 days from today, Miss Jones, your policy is in full effect. Okay. Until then, just stay away from the doctor. Ha ha ha. They usually giggle at that. So we're having fun with it. We're speaking to them soft and slow, but also times we're getting, kind of engaged. We're not monotone. We're not here to put them to sleep. We're there to create a story, paint a story, and then show them the resolution, solve their problem. Okay. Now, Ms. Jones, in addition to the cancer policy, or in addition to the heart policy, or the accident policy, all right, I always include this to round out coverage. And that's our intensive care plan. All right. Whether it be heart attack, stroke, serious accidents, pneumonia, meningitis. Ms. Jones, it could be the coronavirus. Whatever puts you in the intensive care, we pay you $1,600 every day. Again, no lifetime limits. Vehicular involvement, meaning a car accident or you're struck by a vehicle, Ms. Jones, will actually double that $1,600. So now we pay you $3,200 a day. No lifetime limits. Your step-down units are covered. Ambulance, air ambulance. We even have an accidental death benefit. If you were to pass within 90 days of ICU, Ms. Jones, we pay your family a $20,000 death benefit, just to kind of help with loose ends at home and, you know, burial costs. Can you see how that could help? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Again, please don't be in and out of ICU. Please don't injure yourself, self-inflicted. Please don't get drunk and rob a bank. Ms. Jones, that's illegal. And don't race your vehicle. Just, you know, simple stuff, but I have to explain it to folks. And then our promises to you as a client, Ms. Jones, these are our commitments. Benefits are paid directly to you. Spend the money the way that you see fit, okay? If you want to buy a boat, if you want to take your family on a trip, do that. Benefits pay in addition to other insurance that you have. There's no interference. We're not going to argue with workers' comp or Medicare, all right? We have nothing to do with those. Claim payments are deposited directly into your bank account. Ms. Jones, depending on your situation, you don't have to rely on a check. We can deposit money in your bank and your bills will get paid. Coverage is guaranteed renewable for life, all right? Only you can cancel. That means we cannot drop you. Once a client, always a client. Ms. Jones, if you have a question, please contact me. If I don't know the answer to your question, I'll turn you over to customer service. You'll deal with a live person. All services are provided in the good old US of A, meaning we speak English. All right. Now, that's not to discriminate, guys, so don't be careful on how you read that. Know your audience, of course, but a lot of people, that's a big selling point, that they deal with a real person. English is our first language because we all know what it's like to call a large company and we can't get a hold of the person that we need to talk to. We don't understand somebody, okay? Premium does not increase with age or due to claims. So, Ms. Jones, again, where you're enrolled, you're locked in. We've never raised a rate on an existing policyholder. Now, Ms. Jones, how young are you? Oh, I'm 59. Okay, 59. So I'm actually going to stop right there because next week what we're going to pick up on there is the price buildup and how to do it properly. Okay, and then we're going to transition into the return of premium and closing it out from there. But any questions so far on the benefits section? All right. So
well done, Zach.
Thank you. I want to always keep these short and sweet, but just understand again, sell the sizzle, not the steak. The steak is the benefits. The sizzle is painting that picture for them, okay? Facts tell, stories sell. Using testimonials, using reminders. Miss Jones, you remember that I shared with you, Mary Tyler or Karen DeMello, small business owners? If we go in there and just read off of our iPad with no stories, there's no gumption, there's no girth, of what we're trying to do here. So we're trying to help them solve a problem, but the way to do that is engage with real stories, with conversation, keep it loose, and understand that your buying atmosphere, yes, it's a very strong piece right there that Brian did last week, but your buying atmosphere is your confidence. It's your eye contact. It's your body language. It's how you approach them. It's how you use names, show names. That is your buying atmosphere. Okay, so make sure today when you go out that your buying atmosphere is strong, and understand that you have the best cancer policy in the country. You have the best heart plan in the country, and show them unapologetically, hey, I get a few minutes with each person. It's right here. Okay, you got a place to sit. And from there on out, strong body language, smile on your face. People love people that smile. Leave that person better than you found them. Keep it simple. Help them solve the problem. All right. And be okay if they tell you no. No is part of the process. There are stages in your career. Early on in your career, you have a lot more no's. I promise you. The better you get at this, the better your buying atmosphere, the better your body language, the better your confidence. And people like buying from confident people. Okay. So a year from now, you're going to be in a crazy different situation where your closing percentages much higher. You're working on referrals now instead of just walking into, fax and copier machine businesses and, trying to, just not seem awkward. So guys, the main thing is have fun with it. And any questions at all? If not, we'll wrap this up. All right, guys, have a phenomenal Tuesday. Be safe. Leave people better than you found them. Big kiss.
Thank you, Zach.
Woo!
Monster Tuesday.
Monster Tuesday. Love y'all.